Hello, it is I. So it's been very close to a year since Horizon 4 has been released, and the next Horizon game is most likely to be set in 2 years time in 2021. Therefore, I am here today to make a video on the features we want if the game is confirmed. Also, just a disclaimer, I'm not copying Eric's ship. I've made a Horizon 5 wishlist video before, so I just wanted to make this Horizon 5 features wishlist video now. That's quite a tongue twister, isn't it? Anyways, these are 10 features we want in Forza Horizon 5. Enjoy the video.
Shout out NSG.
Number plates were an amazing addition to Forza, introduced in Horizon 3. One thing I especially loved was that this wasn't just a printed plate on the paintwork of the car. It was a 3-dimensional plate which can break off if you damage your car, and if you didn't like it, you can just remove it.
Now that's what I call pretty epic.
Thank you, Jax Films. So this is already an amazing feature, so how can you further improve it? By having separate plates on each car you own. Remember when you first get to change your number plate as soon as you choose to start a car? Why not have this for every single car you buy? Because I'm sick and tired of having to change my number plate every time I change my car. Because who drives in a BMW with Aston Martin number plate? Secondly, why don't we have some front plates? Yes, front plates can be pretty ugly, but some people may want a front plate on the car just for the extra realism. The only car in Horizon 4 which has a front plate is the James Bond DB5, and this is one of my favourite things about the car, so having the choice to have front plates will be awesome. And finally, different plate skins. In Horizon 1, traffic cars had US Colorado plates. Horizon 2, traffic cars had European plates. Horizon 3, our own cars had Australian plates. And in Horizon 4, we got the iconic UK yellow number plates. So in Horizon 5, instead of having just one style of plate, why not have plates inspired by other countries? Let's keep the US, UK, European and Australian style plates and add some new ones, perhaps an Arabic plate, Japanese, or even a Russian plate. So to conclude this point, number plates were a great addition to Forza, but instead of having them just reskin for the new game, let's add a lot more personalization towards the number plates in Horizon 5. Now this is something I wished Forza included that Need for Speed Heat somehow ironically have, but just imagine having sliders to adjust your car's sound. I feel if Forza did this to Need for Speedway, then that would be controversial and EA might even file a lawsuit against them. Anyway, so instead of having these sliders, how about having different exhaust options change the sound of your car? So a stock car would sound a bit like this. Then a street exhaust could sound like this, and the race exhaust could just be fully brutal. Now that is cool. I mean, Horizon 4 is a street racing game where you cruise on the streets and use indicators. So where are the indicators?
Get these people off the streets, I'll do it for myself.
Houses were introduced in Horizon 4 and I really like them, although there's no point in them. I mean, sure, you might get a couple of wheel spins, an exclusive car, but other than that, it's just a house which you can't do anything with. So how can they resolve this? By adding garages. Having the ability to enter your home seems like a lot of work. So how about just being able to enter the garage? Then you can select perhaps 6 or 8 of your favourite cars that you want to be stored in there, which you could walk around and admire. Just like Test Drive Unlimited. Forza really need to look at TDU to gain inspiration.
Then I run back to the gaff and suck my girlfriend's.
Horizon 3 and 4 have very arcade style backfire. Comparing that to Horizon 2, the backfire actually looked like backfire. Yes, it's much smaller than Horizon 4 backfire, but it's more realistic, and that's better. I mean, look at this right here. How awesome is that? But if the devs don't want to be going back to Horizon 2 routes to go forward, how about Need for Speed Heat's irregular large backfire?
Ooh, that's a spicy meatball.
I just copped a pit bike, my dad just copped off.
A lot of people say that this would be hard to put in the game, but it really won't be. In fact, this is probably the easiest feature to add. I mean, all they need additionally to add this feature into the next Horizon game is the sound file of the chosen car starting, and that's it. To prove how easy it is, I edited this video in Sony Vegas where an LFA stops, turns off, starts up, then drives off. This was all made using just the LFA startup sound file. Have a watch. It's that easy. So fingers crossed the devs will consider adding this into the next game.
I just took my phone, I punched a hole in the wall.
A lot of us love to cruise in Horizon listening to music, but sometimes the music gets way too repetitive. So let's find a way to partner Forza up with Spotify, adding our own songs into the game. And if that isn't possible, why not partner up with Groove again? I mean, that was a great addition to Horizon 3, don't you think?
When I was like 10, I got my dick caught in my zipper.
This is also a feature that people don't think would be added into Horizon games, but again, this is also quite an easy feature that the devs can easily put into the game. The ability to see how the roof operates rate is already a feature in Forza Vista, so why not put that into the game when you actually drive your car? And that's the end of the list.
But wait, there's more!
Oh yeah.
Need a girl like Mary Berry, cake up in neck.
I know what you're thinking. Yuwan, are you crazy? Why don't you want Forza Vista? And the reason is because the devs put way too much time into this really cool but pretty unnecessary feature. They put way too much time into this that the game ends up flopping. I mean, think about it. Horizon 2 didn't have Forza Vista and the game was pretty incredible. We had cinematic cutscenes that engulfed you into the game. And this was incredible. And this was also done pretty well in Horizon 1, if not even better, as the devs weren't constantly focusing on features like Forza Vista. Therefore, ditching Forza Vista can allow for some incredible features that we actually ask for, such as indicators, cinematic cutscenes, an interesting storyline, and much bigger map, etc. So yep, ditching Forza Vista can allow for some more time for better features. My gosh, you've made it to the end of the video. Jolly well, I hope you enjoyed this video, good sir. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and comment down below any future videos, skits, sketches, challenges, or anything you'd like to see in the future. Anyways, until next time, have a good one, guys. Cheers.
Sie pudert sich die Nase, ich papp eine Zanny. Checke frische Nudes auf meinem Handy. Rocke Gucci, Prada, Louis, Fendi. Pferdemädchen lesen gerne Wendy.